All right, everybody, welcome back. It's time for another episode of Whispers of Time, Campaign 2, Shadows of Kyoto. Some of the elements of Whispers of Time are pulled from a project that I've been working on for the past year, a horror-themed expansion for everyday heroes entitled Requiem. Requiem is now available on DriveThru RPG, and I'm currently working on updating everything so that I can put it onto Evil Genius's Sidekick. So if you're an avid player of Everyday Heroes or really just about any 5e game, Requiem offers a host of horror-themed adversaries and protagonists for you to add to your games. The digital download on DriveThru RPG is only $14.99, and I'll provide a link in the description of our videos and podcasts. And once I get everything uploaded to Sidekick, I'll let you know that as well. If you like what you see here tonight, please consider supporting us on Patreon. There's a lot of sneak peeks, behind the scenes info, and perks that can be found as a supporter. And I will be adding more Requiem content on Patreon on a weekly basis moving forward, so be sure to sign up for more Creatures of the Night.
Creatures of the night.
And now, let's refresh your memory on what happened last episode on Whispers of Time. The city stands at the heart of a changing world, between the old ways of the sword and the rising tide of foreign faiths, samurai lords, and whispered revolutions. Oswin Barakas, now living under the name Kami Nakama Kajiya, returns from a mission in the service of Lord Toyotomi Hideyoshi, only to find fate waiting in the shadows once more. As he passes the modest farmhouse of his adopted daughter, Misha, a black cat, one far too familiar, crosses his path. He follows, drawn by something deeper than mere coincidence. Reaching the farm, he discovers tragedy. Misha's granddaughter, Haruka Hirano, has suffered the same cruel fate as her Romani ancestor, Leonora, generations before. Her family lies in freshly dug graves, and Haruka herself has risen from the dead, consumed by the need for vengeance. Morihiko, a soft-spoken neighbor of Haruka's, with his kitsune companion, joins the pursuit of justice. Together, they seek the aid of an old friend of Kaminekama's when he went by the name of Yasuke, Naue, a seasoned warrior of the Brotherhood of Assassins, who harbors a remarkable truth. Naue is the modern host of Karl Bayek, very time-crossed man Oswin once met in Renaissance Italy in the body of Silvestro Sanudo. The past and future are colliding once again. The party grows with the arrival of Kosai, a gifted soothsayer summoned to the Shogun's court and compelled by visions to walk this same path. Together, this unlikely group begins their tale of vengeance and discovery, to uncover the truth behind the Shadow Petals, a secretive clan of female assassins long thought to be an urban legend. Why did they bring ruin to Haruka's family? Who guides their hand in this age of conquest and power? Under orders of the Shogun, they now find themselves in a Kabuki theater, where they are attending a performance in Hideyoshi's honor. But before the final act, blades are drawn and chaos erupts. An assassination attempt on the Shogun throws the city into turmoil. The petals of vengeance have begun to fall, and we are at the beginning of the story. So, one quick thing to kind of speak of here real fast. 2 weeks ago, we attempted to start this, but I had a family emergency here at the house that I had to call an end to the session. Fortunately, we were only about 5 minutes in, so we were just at the very beginning of combat as we began. So to kind of refresh your memory about what had happened right up until this point. Morihiko, Christie's character, actually won initiative, and since Christie wasn't here last week, I was kind of acting for her, so I'm just kind of catching Christie up with what had happened just right at the beginning of this battle. Sensing essentially that this was about to hit, um, Morihiko utilized a couple of actions to help kind of boost the group. The first thing that he did was activated coordinated maneuvers. So, if you guys forgot what this does, at level 5, each affected hero can perform a dash as a bonus action for the next 10 rounds. Opportunity attacks made in reaction to this movement have disadvantage. During a foot chase, each affected hero gains advantage on stealth athletics checks for the next minute. So, you guys have already done your dash actions for this round. The other thing that Morihiko did, I think, was Guiding Light, which allows you to summon a radiant light that hovers above an ally within 5 feet of you. The target gains advantage on their next attack roll, and if the attack hits, they deal an additional 1d6 damage. And you have 2 targets that you targeted, and if I remember correctly, I believe it was Kaminakama and Naue, correct?
I think so.
If I remember
I think
correctly,
that's
yes.
yeah.
Okay.
That was the last thing that happened.
All
We
right.
all moved.
Yeah, because I was like, oh, I felt like I was left out.
So, when it comes around to your turn, then the 2 of you just make sure that you have advantage on your next attack roll, and if it hits, you do an additional 1d6 damage.
Does that 1d6 stick around, or is it like for a
Just-
minute or something?
just for one
Just
round.
this.
Yeah.
Just this one.
Mhm.
Okay.
All right, so that would have been Morihiko's beginning of the battle right there. One of the instrumentalists, the band that is up in the upper quadrant of the map. Oh, let me pull the map up for everybody here. Give me 1 second. There we go. Now our viewers can actually see what's going on. All right, so one of the musicians up here he's been basically kind of working like a shamisen, but underneath the shamisen, he pulls out a long bow and is now taking aim at the booth up where Toyotomi Hideyoshi is. It's really crowded up there right now, so there's no telling where this arrow is going to strike. I know, and I'm going to tell you.
After these messages.
Yeah, I was gonna say. After where's my sponsors?
All right, so he rolled a 14 on his arrow strike.
Where
Yeah.
is this guy? I can't see him.
In the
Oh,
upper
there he is.
section.
He's way up here.
So there's
Okay,
like
yeah,
a little
yeah.
wall, and he's basically kind of popped up over the wall
Yep.
and is firing from that wall.
I was not zoomed in far enough. I see him now.
So he is in about half cover up there, just for the record. So, Haruka, what is your defense?
Me, sweet little old me. My defense is 16.
All right, so you were in the process of climbing up after the little short child assassin, the Kolkata,
Hello?
there, if I remember correctly. I thought that's what you were doing.
I think I was just putting myself in, trying to put myself in position to kind of block.
Okay, that's fine.
I thought I was climbing
you
up
were
after the
one.
child.
Okay, gotcha. All right, so you're still on the ground then, correct?
Sure.
No, sorry, that would be
Haruka.
Haruka.
Yeah,
Okay.
I am.
All right, so just above your head, Haruka, you see an arrow just stick into the support beam right above your head.
I got you. It's also still, it's on the ha. Is the first syllable. Haruka.
Haruka. Damn it. Thought I had it. All right, so with that, we go to Kaminakama Kajiya. Oswald
Okay.
for short.
You can call me Nakama. You can just go with Nakama. 'Cause that's I believe that's the friend in God's friend.
Yeah, Kami is God.
So just like Oswin, God's friend. And my guy is here, right? Toyotomi.
Yes,
Urasawa.
Toyotomi's right here.
Kosei, who's that? Right next to him. Good or
That's-
bad?
He's good. Yeah, that's that's Kosai. That's Nick's character.
Yeah, Kosai's me, and I'm protecting Toyotomi. I'm in front of Toyotomi, trying to keep him blocked from everything.
And what about the guys down below?
Buddies.
Right over here. Those are good
Yeah.
guys too. They're up on the
Okay.
same balcony level that Toyotomi is.
So can I see the bad people? Like, I don't, there's just a pile of people.
There is a pile of people. The closest one to you would be the short one, Kokata, and then Tomo right here.
Okay. And those are the two main ones.
Those are
There's
the
like-
two that are the closest, but it seems like all of the
Everybody.
performers have drawn a weapon of some sort.
All right. And now you said you're going after the short one?
Mhm.
All right. I'll head over to Tomo. And strike with my katana. All right, dirty 20.
All right. I just realized I have the wrong screen up. There we go. That'll make a little bit more sense. We're not in Marvel Galaxies.
I didn't catch that.
All right, 17 points.
Did you add the D6?
Nope, I did not. So 17 plus. $21.
Okay.
21 is total.
Yep.
And I
Oh,
think
I didn't roll advantage.
Oh
either.
wait, no, I'm not gonna do it.
Oh, you didn't roll
Doesn't matter. You
advantage?
hit.
I should
hit her
have.
good.
Let me see. It doesn't matter.
It does not matter.
It doesn't matter at all.
Just get that out of the way.
All right, so you take a swipe. She is up a little bit on the stage. You catch her right in the knee and sever that leg.
So weed.
And in a classic Quentin Tarantino style, she's still standing and the leg is just spraying blood all over you and all over the room.
All right. Well, second verse, same as the first. Do I get advantage on this attack or just the first attack?
Just the
of my turn?
first.
All right. Oh, come on.
Ah,
Let us turn it into an 11 and finish her off.
Yeah. Hey, there we go. So
okay.
we're 19.
All right. All right, so you swing through, come back up and around, and swing again, and take the other knee off, and she drops down to the stage on her ass, 2 stubs, just spewing blood, and then falls backward, and she is dead.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
I still have some movement here.
Oh, that splatter symbol
You
for
like
the dead is
splatter?
cool. Yeah, that's sick.
I'm gonna move right here.
And you're out of actions now, right?
Out of attacks, yes.
Okay.
You just set yourself up to be flanked hardcore, dude.
Well, I also set up opportunity attacks, so I can keep them away from their target. That's what my goal was.
All right, Kokata is going up, and he reaches like kind of sideways and then like monkeys himself to the opposite end of the balcony here to pull himself up to make an attack on Toyotomi.
God damn it. That was the
No,
one thing.
Now, does Naue have an opportunity attack on that?
Yes.
As well as Haruka and
Ooh,
Tek-
yes.
Takanado?
Yeah, all
That's
three. of
three
them do.
people.
Yep. Mhm.
God.
Yep. So
I
I'll
want to
let
make
the
sure that
opportunity
little guy
attacks
gets
go
his
first.
just desserts.
So, Naue, if you want to make your attack first.
Yep. I will, as soon as the little shit pulls away, I will swipe at it with Hezbuffa. And I will flame that as well.
All right.
Do I, let's see. Do I have advantage on that?
You do, yes.
Okay. Gotcha. Alrighty. This would be considered a vital strike if I hit them. Oh, where am I? There I am.
It is.
Sorry, my screens are messed up. I'm having to do things. This should.
Wow.
The 17 hit.
17 hits.
Gotcha. Okay.
Double 12's unusual.
Yeah.
So then I get 1d6 for guiding light and
Don't roll them
more,
yet.
and then
Don't-
3 more d6.
Don't roll them yet, because I want to see the waterfall of dice. I'm enacting my new plan. It's called Beware of Your, it's called, I'm sorry, it's called, See, or Your Time Has Come. When they take the damage within 120 feet of me, I can add d6 of the same damage, and at level 5 it is 5d6. Why don't you just throw another 5d6 on there and get that
Holy
fucking away from me?
shit.
And another 1d6 from what Christy did.
Yeah, I added
That's
the
the
guiding
one he
light.
added,
I
yeah.
already had
Added
4,
that
so
one.
I am adding
9d6?
9d6.
Yeah, there we go. That ought to do it.
Good
Hold
call
on.
on the attack of opportunity shot.
Get
Yeah.
away from my emperor.
Where is it? There it is. Oops.
Oh, and Chris, while he's sorting that out, my plans when we did the very first episode had never changed from Madalena from 3 to 5, so I'm still sitting at 3, but it should be 5, I would think. So it would be 4 now, but I don't know how to change it up.
Actually, it did that, so
I got you. Okay.
it would be
So much math.
10 because it took the flaming. Okay, are we ready?
We sure are. This is the best part.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Oh!
God damn.
51.
Holy God!
Jesus.
Splat!
It was that extra D4 that really took it.
Exactly, it really was. Yes.
Okay,
That was a
so
middle finger.
as this little thing was monkeying around up there, it grabs hold and has basically both arms kind of spread almost in a Christ-like position as you swipe and hit it across its stomach, and its entrails just spill out,
Oh.
and its grip holds,
Nice.
Ew.
and it's just hanging there.
I seriously hope this was a small person and not a child.
It's a little late for that.
All right, so it's about right there, right in the middle.
I suggest you don't ask questions you don't want answers to.
Exactly. I'll find out soon enough.
Did it catch fire?
Yeah, probably a bit. Yeah.
Yeah, probably. So there's a smoky smell in the room. Is what I'm.
All right, Kosai, it comes to you.
Okay, so in an effort to keep further possible attackers away from the man I am guarding, I'm gonna enact the moth trait as an action where I become a beacon of warning. Any enemy that can see me makes the wisdom saving throw of 8 plus 1 plus proficiency is 4, so 12. So yeah, they make a DC of 12. And if they fail it, they cannot come near me. And by I would, by the same token, the Emperor. Can I use this action? Okay, yeah, I don't suffer. I was thinking I suffered a penalty if they pass it, but I don't. So If they don't pass it, they can't come near me.
Okay. And that's a bonus action, or is that just a...
That's the action. That's his actual action.
Okay.
And I don't think let me double check, but I don't think I have a bonus action I want to use. I think everything else I would do is a reaction or a bonus or an actual action or anything. So, yeah, there's no bonus.
They can still make distance attacks, though, right?
They just cannot willingly move closer to me. They could shoot arrows at me and shit, but yeah, they could not willingly take steps closer in my direction. And I think it's within 120 feet, depending on how big this room is. I scared off a couple of them. A couple of them aren't bothered. Hey, you know what? Actually, change that 18 to a 9. I'm going to use my other thing and change that 18 to a 9.
Yeah. Okay.
So that one's scared of me too. Yeah.
Okay. So right now, you're kind of preventing anybody from moving towards you for the most part.
Yes.
The two archers up there, I didn't even roll for them because they're probably not going to move in that direction anyway.
Okay, that's cool.
How long does that last?
Let me double check. Enemies frightened in this. Oh, there it is. End of my next turn.
Okay. All right, Juyutai, which is this one right over in here, has a couple of bladed fans. Now, they can't move in your direction, or they cannot approach you.
Let me check the wording. Each sees cannot willingly move closer to you.
Wow.
Is what it says.
Okay.
Yep.
So these four that are on stage are basically locked into place other than moving away from you.
Yep.
Cool.
Uh-huh. Just until the end of my next turn. Lucky for you, I suppose. Not so much for us.
Well, they could go around the perimeter, right? Like Juyutai, whatever, can make his way over there. Yeah.
Yeah, he could.
Yeah, he could do that. I would think.
It's not very
Yeah,
helpful.
as long I would think a diagonal, but away from, like, increasing the distance away from me, but moving diagonally would solve that somewhat.
No, that's definitely closer.
Is it?
Where this guy is, yeah, because he was up here, right?
He was.
Yeah, I think that would-
he was here.
Oh, okay,
Yeah. I think he'd be good. We can get out. I was gonna say we can get out a tape measure, but I think it'd be good.
All right, so he's repositioning now. Just for the record, Morihiko, he did just move past Queso,
Yeah, he's further away.
who is in the room. So if you want, Queso could have an attack of opportunity on Juyutai.
Yes, I was thinking that.
So you can open his character sheet, I think, right?
That's what, yeah. Yes, I can.
Yay!
Wow. There's a lot of words.
There is.
Excellent.
So for an attack of opportunity, you probably want to look at claws and bite. Now,
Yeah.
Foxfire, he could certainly do, but I will say this. In front of people that don't know what he is,
You're right.
he probably needs to save that. You know, these are witnesses that would be talking about this.
Yeah, he's gonna keep it low key.
Yeah.
Maybe claws.
All right, so if you roll that, you're +5 to hit on the claws, then that should do it for him.
Oh, sorry, that was normal. Is opportunity supposed to be advantage or normal?
It's normal.
Okay.
Yeah. And I don't think that's going to hit him. No, it doesn't.
Okay. Okay, so we'll play it off like, I was just stretching.
Bathsheba. Did Bathsheba get an upgrade on the art?
No,
Has she
I think
also-
it's the same. Yeah.
Wow, damn.
All right,
I don't think I've ever
Waki.
realized how good that is.
It is Waki's turn. She is going to move in this direction since she cannot move closer. And that will be her move for this round. And then we go to Naue.
Alrighty then. So who is the biggest threat?
The two that are probably the closest
Yeah,
to Nakama.
Nakama.
Mhm.
Okay.
Hyugen and Shite. Or if you're Irish or British,
Yeah.
shite.
Shite. That's shite. Alrighty. I will move over to shite
Oh, shit.
Lay down.
and flanking him. And do. I'll just swipe at him with Hezbuffa. Seems to be the common thing now that I have him out. I'll make use of him.
Is there any chance any of these little guys saw the flaming sword and were like, "Oh fuck, I'm out"?
They're not running away. They're keeping their distance, but mostly just from you.
Hey.
And that is a critical.
It is a critical.
Hey. Is that an automatic waterfall?
Basically.
Hey, why don't you add another 5d6 to that, and I'll just take another genius point off.
Now, do those get doubled as well for the crit, or
Yeah, they should. Yeah.
Oh, why not? Well, throw 10 on there.
10d6? 10d6.
Well, throw 10 on there.
Oh,
That's worth
oh.
it for
Uh,
a genius point.
well, yeah. Actually, it
It's a
would.
reaction.
Mhm.
Okay, so do 10d6 on top of the 10.
Uh-huh.
Wait,
No need.
10d6?
That's what
It's
it's
fine.
like.
It's 5d6. We're questioning if it doubles because of the crit.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because it's
no,
5d6 is my thing. But
Yeah,
if
no,
it's 10
it
because of
would.
the
It would
crit-
be.
yeah.
It would be 10.
Okay.
Well, then,
What do
Chris,
you
if
want-
you haven't adjusted my genius points, don't. They're correct now.
Oh, okay. All right.
Do you want me to roll 5d6 and then double that then, or do you want
No,
me to roll 10?
Just
do
do
5.
10.
Just do 10. Okay.
It's more fun, but more dice.
It sure is.
Okay, I put 10 in there.
I was going to say,
Why did it only roll 1?
It rolled 1 and added 10.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Not
yeah,
enough
we're not
dice.
counting that one.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I was like,
You want
we
to see? We paid for a show.
I just didn't understand how to do that correctly.
Now you do.
I did it.
No.
That
Okay.
was 101.
Oops. Sorry. Typo.
what the
My
fuck?
bad. My bad.
That's too many. Does 349 kill him?
Here we go. Let's do it right this time. Okay.
There we go.
32. So 42 total damage.
Okay.
What
I knew
happened
I'd
to
get
that
around.
extra d4 and d10 from the last time you did this Hezbollah thing?
That was from Vital Strike
Oh,
And guiding light.
and Guiding Light.
I got it.
Dude.
All right.
And I do get 2 attacks.
Okay.
course he does.
All right, so you basically go running up there, swiping through in the kind of torso, and it's basically just a cut slice, and the top half of his body just slides off.
We are doing it very Tarantino today.
Yeah.
What's gonna happen some more, I think.
So yeah, I moved. So I should still have enough movement to get over to him.
Yep.
And there's a 22 hit.
hits. Yep.
Alrighty. Oh, it feels weird just hitting normal.
15.
But I rolled well.
Oh wow, so that'll good damage.
All right. That's it for you, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Hayashi, this one over here, pops up, sees the blood and carnage, and lets one fly. This time he's going at Naue, since she was the one that just took out Shite.
Do I still have a reaction?
Yeah, you still have a reaction, yeah.
Okay. I will use my awesome reflexes to catch the arrow then.
Oh, that's a new one, isn't it?
Oh, you have that
Mhm.
too. I
Yes.
got that. I got that also.
I
just
just need to
accidentally
make
shut
a
down.
dexterity saving throw with a DC equal to the attacker's defense.
Got a 16 to hit. Does it hit?
That where the hell is that? Yeah, that would hit.
Okay, your DC is 14.
Hey, Chris, I accidentally exited out of Foundry and I tried to get back in, but it's showing my name as grayed out. So I think it's still showing me as in the game. Is there a way to get me out without upsetting things?
I don't know.
Oh, shit. I did not mean to do that. I tried to exit out of something else and hit the wrong thing.
I think the only thing I can do is kick player.
Yeah.
But that'll shut down your
No,
stream.
it
on
won't
or-
shut down this. It won't shut this down, but you may not be able to get back in.
Oh. Oh. Well, damn.
But
You just dropped off.
there we go.
I
Oh.
kicked him. I kicked
It
him.
let me. No, it's going to let me. It's
Okay.
going to let me.
All right.
Yep, there we go. We're good. Sorry.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. I got a 19.
19.
Catch the
Right.
arrow.
You caught it right in front of your face.
Mhm.
And I think
I
that's
just
it.
I
for
catch
him.
it and look and give him a little smile.
Kyugen has got both Naue and Nakama on him. He is going to make 2 attacks with his katana. First one to Naue. 13 hit.
Nope.
Second one to Nakama. Oh, and it's a rock.
And he stabs himself.
Both of you, though, need to make a DC 12 wisdom save.
Damn, I'm rolling good tonight.
Okay, both of you are fine. That was to see if you could do any more reactions this round. His fighting style is strange. You can tell that he is a dancer, a mime of some sort, and he's doing these weird movements that both of you are completely unfamiliar with, and it's kind of throwing your game off a little bit. Jiutai, right here, cannot approach. Is going to take a few steps over in this direction. And then we go to Haruka. Haruka.
I forget. Is it what time? Where are we at in the point? What time of day is it, or is it this evening?
It's evening. Yeah.
Okay, so is it very well lit up here where these archers are?
Not extremely, no, and they are under half cover.
Okay, well. Oh, right. Before I do anything, can somebody roll a d20 for me real quick?
I got it. $19. Well,
Here.
20 for some reason.
Well, it added a 1, but 19's fine. Haruka says, "One by one they fall, these dominoes of deceit. How soothing the sound." And that is the first of Haruka's battle haikus.
Ooh.
And then I'm going to basically use the shadow walk.
Ah, nice.
And kind of pop up like right here behind this archer.
Cool.
So that's just a focus point for me.
I fucking love the battle haikus. That's sick as hell.
Yeah, I've got basically one for every combat.
Sweet.
Or probably more. I've got like 20, so.
Nice.
I'm going to pull the katana and slide it into this guy's back. That's what I'm going to attempt to do anyway. Do I have the element of surprise, maybe?
Yes.
So.
$19 will definitely hit.
Wait.
All right.
How about another genius point?
He's burning them.
What are you giving him on this?
Same thing. 5d6. The same
All right,
thing. It's
okay.
level 5 is 5d6 is what, unless somebody crits apparently, which I did not know. But 5d6 should be the, Got to use them for something.
Oh wait, I just added 5. Sorry. Wait.
You click the D6 and just click the plus button 5 times.
Okay.
And then roll.
I did
not have to type anything.
No, you have to type in 5 in front. You see where it says /R 1d6? You have to type a 5 over that 1.
Or you can just click the D6 5 times.
Or you click the D6.
See, I did that and it just added 5 onto it added 10 onto the D6.
Yeah, the plus is, you're right. The plus is just the number.
Gotcha.
The more you hit the actual die, it'll up the number of dice rolled.
Okay.
All right, so you step
I
behind
was right.
Gotcha. Yep, there you go.
and stab him directly through the back and up through the throat. And he is dead.
Dead.
And then for my, I definitely should still have some movement since I just kind of teleported here. I'm gonna, basically I kind of run up behind him and stab it and I pull it out and then I'm gonna come up and do the same to the other guy. Is there a chance that he saw me, or can I roll stealth?
Well, with what just happened,
He definitely saw me.
let's see. His passive perception is 12. I think he would have at least heard the gurgle behind
All
him.
right. All right. Fair enough. And I'll just come at him anyway.
"19 hits.
Not bad. 10 points. Wait, so do we still have so for our attack action, we get 2 attacks. Do we still have the offhand attack?
You still have the offhand, yes.
Sweet. All right. So I come up and basically just kind of swipe at him. Is he facing me or?
He's still got his back kind of to you. He was in the process of turning around, but you still got him in the back.
Okay. So yeah, I'll kind of slice at him and then use my momentum to kind of do a spin around to roundhouse him in the face. In your face. Or maybe not.
I think it still hits. Yep, just hits.
Sweet. Six points.
6. All right, so you pull the sword out, do a roundhouse kick, knocks him off kilter, but he is still up. We're going to the top of the round, but before I do, I want to ask Frick, the power that you've been using to grant the extra bonus dice, what's the name of that?
Your time has come.
Okay, all right. I think that's fine. I just wasn't sure if you could do that multiple times per round.
Okay, even as a reaction.
But
Yeah,
but it's a
that would make
reaction.
sense.
So no, but
Okay.
it's a reaction. So
Okay.
I don't know that there's a limitation on how many reactions you can take.
I didn't think there would be, but I did. If there is, I'm bound to it.
Sean, you're more well versed in 5e than I am.
Well, yeah, if it's 5e, you get 1 action, 1 bonus action, and 1 reaction.
One
per turn.
reaction. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So per round, just
Yeah.
the one.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
And when you take an attack action, like if you got certain abilities, you get 2 attacks for the 1 attack action that you take.
Mhm.
So it's not just because you have 2 attacks doesn't mean you have 2 actions. It just means when you take the attack action, you get to do it twice. That's 5e. So,
Yeah.
But
Okay.
Okay.
So moving forward, just keep that in mind.
Yes. 1 per round.
Yeah.
Got it.
Okay, so now we come to Morihiko.
Is the wall that's behind Jiyutai that's hiding the archers and everything, is that a solid wall or is that a paper wall?
It is a solid wall.
Okay. May I make a dash with the Sasumata just to pin him up against the wall?
I don't think you have to dash. That can be your
Oh.
movement. Yeah.
Okay. I'll make a scurry up to this fella.
Ooh, I don't know. You may be just out of range. You might have to dash. But if you dash, that is
an action unless
An
you get
action.
that special thing.
Well, wait, does he get to do the dash as the bonus action that he gave everybody else?
Let me check the deets on that.
I know that Naue has that same ability as me, where you can use a bonus action to dash.
Yeah, you
and
and each
disengage.
ally. So yes, you do have it. So you've got it. Yep.
Nice.
Great. And so let's see.
But
Six
it
months.
but it ends, I think, now.
Mm.
Or how long is that? That's 10 rounds. Yeah, no. So yeah, so you're good.
And so then with the Sasamata, I can thrust and perhaps pin him against that wall.
Yep.
Okay.
So if you go to your inventory and then click your roll two-handed attack, the +2 next to the Sasamata.
I think I'm popped out. Let me reopen this.
Man, you guys are rolling good.
Oh, yeah.
16 hits. And roll damage.
Oh, shit.
Oh, you got a -1 on your damage there, don't you?
That's not great. Why do I have a -1? Is it because I dashed?
No, it's probably because of your strength.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Papaw had similar dexterity issues.
Okay.
And then, do you have another attack? I don't think so.
I think it's a part of advanced combat training, unless there's another ability in Everyday Heroes that grants it.
Yeah, that's what I've got.
Yeah, it popped up when I leveled up.
Okay, something to think about. You have, as a bonus action, you can't use it now. Well, I mean, theoretically, I guess you could, but you'd have to pull the weapon out of him. You've got Poison Specialist, which allows you to apply poison to a piece of ammunition or a weapon as a bonus action. And we have to figure out exactly how many dice that's going to be for you to add to it. But that'll give you some extra on your attacks.
Okay.
Yeah, I have the same. I was planning for the darts for my bow gun.
Mm-hmm. And then you also have, as a bonus action, the coordinated maneuvers, but you've already done that, so that's already been done. You also have the right tool, which allows you to produce up to 3 pieces of equipment for you or anybody else out of your satchel.
Okay. And an offhanded attack would be not acceptable right now.
I know you could still do an offhand.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I could offhand with the katana.
Well, that has to be like, you can't draw another weapon. You got the Sasamata, which is technically a two-handed weapon, but I would allow you to keep one hand on that and then make an attack with the other hand.
So can a weapon be involved, or it's literally just hand to hand?
You would have to have that weapon already drawn.
Okay.
And you cannot use the Sasamata basically with just one hand. So you can't dual wield a katana and a Sasamata. Does that make sense?
Yes. What was the result of my failure to inflict damage?
Oh, you still inflicted damage.
Okay.
Yeah, you still damaged him.
So did I pin him?
Yeah.
Did I?
Yeah. I didn't move you guys, but yeah, you backed him up just a wee bit. Yeah.
Okay. So he's pinned to the wall.
He's pushed up against it. I don't know if he's necessarily pinned to it, but you've got him up against the wall.
Got it. He's put. Can I just kick him in the nuts?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
With my off leg. I'll use my left leg.
Can I just kick him in the nuts?
And
Too
then
much to ask for.
is that an unarmed strike?
Yeah.
Left hand, offhand.
Yeah.
Okay. Pew. Let's see what happens.
12. Will that hit? No. No, unfortunately, you get him kind of on the thigh, and it doesn't do any damage to him.
Okay.
All right. Hayashi, the last Hayashi standing. He's got that bow. Which he drops. And is going to disengage as his action.
Said no, thank you.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 15, 20, 25, 30. So he ends up at the end of the wall of the back of the stage right there. Kaminakama.
All right, I'm gonna strike out at Kayugan.
Hayugen!
Yep. 15.
And 15 hits.
Nice.
And
What was that cross
I don't know
symbol?
why that cross was there. It's maybe the style of dice I got.
I thought it was with a fancy 10 or something.
That's what I was thinking. No, it's a 10
Oh, it was
points
a
of damage.
1. Because a 1d10 plus 5. And then you got a 6. So it had to be a 1.
No.
That's
Yeah,
weird.
Funky one.
All right, so you hit and deal some major damage to him, but he is still up.
Okay. Dang it. Can I unarmed or whatever attack him and then still keep my second attack of my action?
You mean offhand attack?
Offhand attack with this guy, but I want to save my actual attack to see if I could get up close to this douche.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
All right. So offhand. Nope, never mind. 13.
I think it's still going to hit. Yeah, it hits.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Sucker.
That's all you need.
7 points. Get that fucker out of here.
They're fighting in like actual costume instead of armor.
Yeah. All right. Can I get there? I don't know about steps or anything like that. I just want to get diagonal to that Hayusha. Hayushi.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just one step up. So, yeah, you can basically get right at the end of the wall right there.
All right. Katana again. No, that was not what I wanted to do. Not at all. All right.
18 will hit.
Now let's do some damage.
I was going to say, but you managed to roll some real shit damage there, buddy.
Come on.
Oh, again. You got a 4 on that one, though, at least. 4 on
10
a
points of
d4 is all you
damage.
can ask for.
Yeah.
All right. He is just coming around the corner. You bring the sword up, and it catches him right at the head and pops the head clean off.
Oh, gross.
Nice. Who we got left? We got Juntai. Is
Got
anybody over
Juntai.
by the Shogun
No.
that I can tell?
Nope. Waki and the Jayutai over here.
Could I still get another offhand attack for my second attack action, the action, or is it just
I think no,
one
there's just
offhand?
one offhand.
Okay. Oh yeah. Am I gonna get back into the mix? I'm gonna use my bonus action to dash.
Okay.
think I got to there. Yeah. Yep. That'll be it.
All right.
Oh, real question.
Yeah.
I got the Wakasashi.
Uh-huh.
It's got a +1 on it, and so I dug in to see what that +1 damage would be.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like it says acid.
Oh,
Is there something that I did like put acid on it or poison it? Like, is there like? Because I got these from, they're mine, but I thought I got them from someone, and I just want to make sure that that's a mistake.
it is a mistake because I think what I did is I pulled it from an NPC's character sheet and then dropped it onto yours, so we can go in and edit that
Yeah, I'll get rid of it. I'll get
later.
rid of it.
Yeah. Okay, Kosai.
I think I will use my moth servant again, but in a different way this time. Let me make sure I have the right distance on this. I think I do. I think they okay. Yeah, I'm gonna doom an enemy that can see me, and with this dooming of Waki over here, all attacks against Waki until the end of my next turn will have advantage.
All
And then
attacks.
I believe so. Yes. Let me
Okay.
double check. Where did it go? Oh yeah. As an action, you can doom an enemy that can see you. Attacks against the target have advantage until the Attacks against the target have advantage until the end of the next turn. It just says attacks, so I assume that means all attacks.
Okay.
It doesn't specify me.
All right, I put a little mark on top of her so that we can see that.
You're doomed.
And that's my action. Can I do an offhand attack because I have the knife fighter, so I can draw a knife as not an action, but as just a bonus action.
Yeah, you can draw a knife.
Okay, I can draw a knife and then use my offhand attack to throw it.
Yeah.
As well. Okay, sweet.
Oh,
Then,
not,
yeah,
well,
I wasn't
no,
sure how
not-
that would.
Yeah, not to throw it. No.
Just to draw it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I wasn't sure about that, so thought I'd check. Okay, so I've got the knife drawn and ready for the next time it comes around.
All right, Jiyutai, who got slashed by what happened to our little fox? Oh, he's way over here. How do you get over there?
Hey, buddy.
Oh, it's probably because it's moving at the same pace that Morihiko is. I wish there was some way that I could break that up.
Should be able to. I forget how though.
But now he can actually approach.
Why would you want to at this point, though?
You can certainly try.
You still want smoke after all this?
Okay, so he's going to come to right there.
Yeah, I was gonna say I do have that knife ready, right?
Yep.
Because if he gets that attack of opportunity near me, I don't want to be slashing.
And he's got no range.
You just got
All right,
range.
Waki is going to do the same. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Help!
And now
Well, seeing what just happened. Boom, 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 boom. And we will just attack with Hezbuffa. Do, 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 do. That's
Oh
crit.
my god, dude.
Yes!
So I will go ahead and use my Vital Strike on her
Okay.
this round. So
I'm not gonna do it this time, but I should.
You might not need to.
I know. I just for funsies. But I'm gonna hold it.
So the critical does not duplicate. It does not double my vital strike. Correct.
Let me look.
I don't think it does, but
No, it should.
should. Okay.
Yeah.
Double all combat.
And it's
That's all the good parts.
it's don't forget it's 3d6 because you're level 5.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see if it does that. Okay.
Oh, Chris, are you broadcasting through Clint's view?
No.
Because his character sheet or whatever you were doing maybe was blocking the whole screen.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, it does.
That was you?
Yeah. It's
Okay,
me.
I thought it was him looking through his weapons. I was like,
45 points of damage. That's probably gonna kill her.
You think? All right. And then second action, I will go towards whatever his name is. Jutai?
Yutai.
oh, you killed Waki?
Uh-huh.
Waki's
I was
down.
gonna save him. Because I
Why?
really wanted to say, because we need someone to talkie.
We need Waki to
Explain what the
talkie.
hell they did. Yeah, walkie talkie. Just put a sword up to his neck.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's been on my mind
Yes.
ever since he said.
Oh God! You just stunned me into silence.
Oh, wait, ow.
There you go.
Come on. Go.
Yeah,
Dumbest
yeah,
name
18
of
will
any
hit.
invention
Yeah.
ever.
18 hit.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, let me check something here. Okay, no. That's
I
not
heard
right.
heard that right, but it sounded like, yeah, that fucking hits.
Yeah.
Pretty much, that's his attitude towards me right now. But this is gonna be. I mean, I feel so deflated rolling like this. Wah wah.
Dude,
Oh
5.
no! Oh no! What happened?
That's just a normal,
Oh,
and a not a very good one at that.
All right, you got anything else in you?
I should still have a bonus action, so I can do an offhand.
Yep.
With the blade. Or can I use the blade
You
since
can
it's
use
already?
the blade. Yeah.
Okay, I thought so. I could use it. Yep. Ah!
Oh,
eh.
it jams.
It did, didn't it? So I just slightly slap him across. I reach up and I caress his neck.
Pops out and takes off a finger.
All right, Jiutai that is fighting Morihiko. Slashes out with the fan. Got a 7 to hit with the first attack. Ugh. And a 7 with the second. Jesus Christ.
Feel like a
Haruka.
massacre like this is inviting death upon to ourselves at a future date.
I feel slightly refreshed from the gentle breeze.
Yeah.
It was a fan.
Thank you.
How high up is this from them down below me here?
Yeah, from your angle, about 3 feet. From down there, about 5.
Oh, so I'm not very far up above them at all.
No, you'd be able to leap over that, no problem.
Okay. Does this count as flanking if I come up from behind them?
It depends on.
I basically kind of want to just kind of jump off the balcony and come down with the katana like into his back.
Okay. Yep. As long as you stay on that balcony, yes, that would be flanking, so that puts you at advantage.
Sweet.
Why are you pulling one of my moves?
I'm psychically inspired. Can I even do this with a two-handed? I can't. Do.
God
Oh!
damn.
Sweet, sweet. Nat 20, baby. I don't get as many dice, but still.
As foretold.
15. All right. You still have one more attack, though, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you basically are standing on top of that balcony, drop down to your knee, and drive the sword into his shoulder.
Cool. Basically, I'm going to pull it out the hard way by like trying to cut through him.
Okay.
One.
21, that hits. For 8 more points of damage. And that
11
or
11
11.
total.
Yeah. That will do it.
And then kind of take stock of the situation. There's only really one more threat, it looks like.
Yep.
I'll just make my way towards that general area. And that'll be my turn after I move.
All right. I don't know why she's still up. All right, Morihiko. You got a dead guy on the end of your stick.
How much of my turn do I need to use to try to like get him off?
I think you're probably okay. You can just
All right.
move.
All right, I'll do that.
Wait, don't we still have dodge or dash as a bonus action?
Yep.
I will do that actually too. I mean, I'm not gonna do anything else, but I'm just continuing my move.
That's fine.
Okay, let's see. The distance for queso to, yeah, too far. We're pretty far away from everything. I think I would just need to get myself back into the fray.
Or,
Nope.
I'm just throwing this out there,
Sure.
you can do Guiding Light again.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
next in line in action,
Mm-hmm.
I'd pay attention to that because Nakama and Urasawa are the next two to act. So if you did that again, you could get both of those individuals
Yeah, I would do that
for an extra 1d6.
for sure.
And it looks like Queso is grouped with Morihiko. The two tokens are grouped somehow.
Yeah,
Oh shoot, sorry.
that's all right.
So,
Not your fault.
No, I just noticed it was moving when you were moving.
Yeah. Okay.
That 1d6 is on damage.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Cool.
Yeah, coordinated movers. So I'll just hit that bonus action again.
Yeah, if you do your Guiding Light.
Whoops. Hold on. That's an action. Okay.
And just go, actually, if you go to your main page
Mm-hmm.
and then click Genius.
Oh heck, what am I doing here? Like genius?
Yep.
Oh, I see it. Mm-hmm.
And then that should spend that last point you got.
Gotcha.
Did you click it?
Not on the main page.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. Get back there. see it.
There you go.
Thank you.
Hey, so I did have enough movement to actually put myself in between these two guys.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'll do, just to block. If he gets a attack of opportunity, I think he's still at disadvantage because of the thing Morihiko did. Does I recall?
Yes. Okay. So that then goes to Nakama.
All right. You're gonna move up, flank the little shit, and katana. What
Oh,
gives?
damn.
Wait, you've got advantage though.
Oh, do I?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Because of
you
the
Yeah,
do.
thank God. Thank
Yep.
God.
Yeah, you're
because
flanking him.
I
Oh.
can't
Well,
fix that.
not just flanking, but because of what Morihiko did as well. There's your natural
Thank
20.
you.
Holy shit.
It's been
How
so
do you
long
roll
since
a
I've had a
nat
crit.
1 and a nat 20
Yeah,
back to back?
yeah. Extremes.
There's no middle with these dice tonight.
19.
Okay. Anyone else that I
I
don't
think
recognize?
that is it.
All right, I will. I guess that's my movement. I'll dash it just to get next to my Shogun.
Yeah.
All right.
And I holler over to Nakama, and I'm like, we must get the Shogun to safety immediately.
I agree.
All right, so with the battle now coming to an abrupt halt, the air in the Kabuki theater is thick with the scent of blood and incense, and the echoes of battle just still fading away into the uneasy silence. The Shogun's guards that were at the front of the theater have rushed in at this point to witness the last moments of the carnage.
Good job.
And begin kind of now sweeping through the scene, just ensuring that the assailants are actually dead, which one quick look will pretty much tell you that. But the royal family kind of gathers themselves as Kosai is saying we need to get them to safety. Their expressions are just a mixture of shock and relief. Toyotomi Hideyoshi stands at the center of it all. Everyone is kind of gathering around him. His face is hardened but grateful as he regards you and nods once in the direction of your party, an unspoken acknowledge of your swift action and your loyalty. And just then, as the chaos has just died down, the doors to the back of the theater burst open.
Oh God.
And a messenger, clad in the black and gold garb of the Shogun's personal retainers, stumbles into the chamber, his breath labored, his robes stained with sweat. And he falls to one knee before the Shogun in the balcony. And he presses his forehead to the polished wood floor. My lord, the castle. There's been an attack. The room stills. The nobles shift uneasily, even the remaining guards tense, hands drifting towards their hilts. Toyotomi's eyes narrow. An attack! The messenger nods, swallowing hard before continuing. A strike upon the castle. Several of your guards have been slain, and he gulps a bit at this. Something has been stolen. The Shogun's jaw tightens. His advisors murmur among themselves, their voices hushed but alarmed. What was taken? The messenger hesitates before speaking, the words that change everything. Master, it was the Hugarip. The mention of this item causes a chill down Naoe's spine. And Carl's.
The what?
And Carl's.
No,
the Hugarip.
Hugarip.
Who could it?
A
Oh, I'm sorry.
silence heavier than any before settles upon the chamber. Some of the court members exchange puzzled glances. Others, those who know, turn pale. Toyotomi's grip on his ceremonial fan tightens. His voice drops to a dangerous whisper. The Hugarip was under my family's protection. It was recovered by my grandfather himself, wrested from the hands of the blonde-haired devils who invaded our shores. And now you tell me it's gone? The messenger bows lower, his voice trembling. It was not just an ordinary theft, my lord. And he reaches into his robes, withdrawing something small and delicate. With great care, he lifts it into the air for all to see. A single cherry blossom. The mark of the shadow petals. A ripple of realization and unease passes through the room. The petals, a myth, a ghost story whispered in the dark, have made their move. And in doing so, they have bound their fate to Haruka's vengeance and the Shogun's honor. Toyotomi slowly rises to his full height. His dark eyes bore into those of the group, most specifically Nakama. The ghosts you seek are real. And now they have crossed my path. He steps forward, staring directly at Kami Nakama, and then Haruka, then the rest of you. Go forth. Find the shadow petals. Find the Hugarip. Avenge the blood spilled this night. What was once your battle is now mine. One of the guards chimes in. Master, not to add salt to the wound, but this man, and he points to one of the lead players here, the Shite. I recognize this man. Well, spit it out. Who is it? He is one of the Shimatsu. And Toyotomi lets out just a screaming growl at this. Ah! They are in league with the Shimatsu. The Shimatsu has made an attempt for my throne, and the shadow petals have taken something that is dear to me. You go now. Find out as much as you can about these shadow petals and the dealings they have with the Shimatsu clan, my enemies. Go now. Get out! Get out!
I bow, turn, and start towards the door.
Kind of scoop up past you, real quick.
I do the same.
Kosai very specifically waits to be the last one to leave. And gently, very, very gently, and bowed low, says, Shogun, I would stay with you to make sure that you are safe.
Kosai, you are my eyes and my ears. That band of misfits are yours. You go, you watch, you report back to me. This mission is of the utmost importance.
He bows lower and just simply says, my Shogun, and moves off to go consult his oracles.
As you're making your way towards the exit, you hear footsteps quickly coming up behind you. And it's your good buddy, Takenada Shingeharu. The guy that doesn't think a whole lot of you.
Oh, yeah, that guy.
And he reaches out and he grabs hold of your robe. And he says, 1 minute, boy. I demand a moment of your time.
And he does not say anything. He just looks at him. He just bores a look to him and waits for whatever he's going to say.
Where was your magic vision tonight, eh? Did you not see this coming? Or were you just conveniently waiting for it to happen?
He waits an uncomfortable amount of time before saying that, hold on a second. I'm trying to remember one quick little thing that we talked about here before I respond to this. There we go. Yes. Okay. Yeah. He says, he just says, the dice foretell and I perceive. If there is something that you or the Shogun need to know, you will hear it from me. Is there anything else?
How convenient. I have eyes all over Kyoto. They will be watching.
And with that, he very, like, kind of cuts his eyes a little bit sideways as if to acknowledge the moth that is hidden on his, hidden back in his shoulder, kind of behind his hair. And he says, and my eyes as well. And then turns and doesn't wait for a response to that. Heads off to consult his dice. And a couple other things.
Do you wish to do that before you meet back up with the rest of the crew?
Actually, I had an idea for something, because I would like to do that, to consult with the dice, but the other thing I was going to do was make a very special caffeinated mushroom-like tea beverage that I was going to take while I consult these dice.
Okay.
And of course, the thing being that I would take some to the group as well, and they could partake of it if they wish. I don't know. It would be up to you how that might affect them. But it would be the essence of being that Kosai being very, very in tune with, nature and microdosing and his oracle dice and everything. It would be the invitation for the others to see what he sees if they wish. But yes, he would more than likely consult his dice first, prepare that tea, drink it himself, and then go meet with the group. And with the drinking of the tea, allow the what the how do I want to say it, the interpretation of the dice to become easier.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead and let's see here. So you have 7 20-sided dice. Yeah.
Yeah, and we had talked about it being symbols that just kind of coordinate to what we had been doing previously.
Okay. So if you go down to the chat window and go to the 20-sided die and then click that 7 times and then click roll for me.
4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay, 67.
Looks-
And what are you hoping to see?
In this first consultation, I privately speaking, but between you and me, Kosai is only very, very mildly rattled by what forgive my pronunciation, the guy who doesn't like me. He's only very mildly
Takanada.
Takanada, that's it. Yeah, he's just a little shaken by that, and like his confidence is a little like, why didn't I perhaps foresee this? Is there something else that I should be focusing on that I'm not? And in this case, we've got the shadow petals and the oh boy, Masha. I'm gonna get better at this. Masha.
Who are you speaking of?
The other group that he said they're in league. The Shogun said they're in league. The Shadow Petals and this other group that tried to take his throne.
Yes.
Shimatsu?
The Shimatsu.
The Shimatsu, that's it. That's the one. Yeah, the Shimatsu and the Shadow Petals. So I think what I would be trying to discern at this point is any pending plan, similar to what took place tonight, right? To any assassination attempt, plan, nearby, anything that I can interpret that would give me a sign or symbol that I could potentially take back to the group to say, this might be where we could start, or this might be a portent of something that we need to stop. Being the moth servant, I'm all about the warnings, the foretellings, the prophecy. So it would be, I think in this case, a overarching view of kind of potentially what's to come next, or if there is another assassination plot or something afoot very soon that I have maybe missed. It would be focusing on honing in on that.
Okay.
I just want to point out too that I was 2 away from rolling a 69, which is I was gonna say, I think would mean I get to see whatever I want, right? No.
Okay, so here's what you see.
Yeah.
This is what you rolled.
Mhm.
You rolled the rune of the crow, an omen of chaos and betrayal.
Fantastic.
It perches alone, inverted.
Okay.
The rune of the broken bridge appears cracked and faded, symbolizing shattered alliances. 4 runes, each representing a different elemental force: fire, water, earth, and wind. And they arrange themselves in a cross formation, none touching, each pulling away from the center. Hovering above all is the rune of the blood moon, a rare and ominous sign, warning of unseen dangers gathering strength under cover of darkness. So translating this, the fortune becomes clear. Danger stirs unseen, like a storm building just beyond the horizon. 4 distinct powers, each with their own secrets and ambitions, work in the shadows against the Shogun. Their conflict is inevitable. Their war already beginning beneath the surface of loyalty and honor. Only through keen perception and swift action can danger be averted, if at all.
Not a happy foretelling then. um, yeah, so we're just gonna crush up some shroomies and mix it with the new white powder that's been introduced into some of the farms around the area that around this time period, caffeine. So we're just gonna mix some of that caffeine in with our little shroomies and take us some sips and prepare a big a container of that and start to allow that to set in, because one thing that we now know is that if there are 4, we know 2 of them for sure. So with that in mind, I would take my prepared beverages and attempt to locate Nakama, and hopefully by extension the rest of the group as well.
Okay.
Or is there, I mean, with me being high up in the, is there like, I don't know, a servant I can, hey, find them, where are they, bring them to me, or something like that even?
I mean, are you going outside or are you staying in the theater?
Oh yeah, yeah, to do that whole thing, I would have gone back to my I would have left the theater area at least. So yeah, if that meant stepping outside or what have you, yes, I would have done that part.
But
The dice and the
there would
concept.
have been like a little chamber just outside the main theater itself that you could have done that in. I'm assuming
Perfect.
the rest of the group stepped outside. Is that safe to
Yes.
assume? Okay.
Yeah, then that would be the
So
yeah.
the servant then basically tells you, I believe they have already left. They stepped outside a few minutes ago.
Okay. All right. And then with that, I would go out to see if I can track them down.
Okay. So the rest of you, as you guys exit the theater, the moon hangs heavy over Kyoto, and its pale light gleams like a huge eyeball in the sky. The air outside feels tense, and the scent of the incense from the theater still clings to your clothes, mingled with the copper sting of blood. Tonight, the city sleeps uneasily, and you have time to think, to plan, to uncover hidden truths. So while Kosai is conducting his little ritual inside, I'll give you guys a few moments, the 4 of you, to kind of talk amongst yourselves about what has just happened, what needs to happen next, whatever you guys need to talk about.
One quick question,
Yeah.
Chris.
Mm-hmm.
Is the Huger Rip, is that the same Huger Rip that is from Valhalla?
It is.
Okay. Alrighty then.
Do you know enough about it to speak freely?
If it's the exact same thing, yes.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, that'll be Haruka's first question. Is what is this hookah rip? Like a bone rip?
Something that I would not expect to be here. It is worrisome. It's a quite powerful artifact, I guess you would call it. It gives somebody interesting powers when they wear it.
Powers.
Define interesting. Like, ooh, neat, or oh, shit.
Oh shit.
Good to know.
Yeah. More on the realm of oh fuck.
Powers like, strength, flight. Would we?
It can do a lot. Basically, after the wearer kills someone, they can withdraw the life force that is left from that person.
So we're
And
gonna face off against a soul battery.
well, the artifact then lets that person kind of use that soul in a way however they want.
Does it get
They-
used up?
Yes, but then it is refilled as soon as they kill another person.
Okay.
They can use it to shapeshift. They can use it to create electricity, fire, cold, ice, depending on how well they know the device and how long they've used it.
So who would have even known that? How many people knew the Shogun even possessed this?
I don't know. I thought it was something that had been lost in history since the gods fought in Valhalla.
Would I be familiar with any of this? Or like know that it existed, or
You
master had
could
something?
probably, let's see here.
Social sciences.
Computers.
Yes. Mechanics.
You don't have anything that's like antique type stuff, right? Other than
Nothing.
itinerant.
I mean, well, I mean, I am on itinerant, so I do have that as like I'm affable, but I don't know if that would really
Mhm.
come into play. But I am someone that comes across as being trustworthy and pose no danger.
You're an
So-
immortal historian.
Yep. Oh, I could use flashbacks if I may have been alive during that time. I could see if I recall anything from my past life.
Okay, so yeah, let's see what we can do with that. Call on the
Okay.
experiences of many lifetimes to assist you in your current circumstances. Apply your proficiency bonus on any one ability check, calling for a skill you're not proficient in, or apply double your proficiency bonus if it's a skill you're proficient in.
Yeah, and the first sentence of that's whether it's an event from your own long life or a fragment of memory from a fallen foe.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm wondering maybe if I exited too hastily and if I heard that, maybe I would try and do some little, with these dead bodies, maybe recall something from their memory.
Okay, so here's what I would do. Now it would be not from their memory, not from those that were in there. You wouldn't be able to get
Okay.
it from them, but it would be from past immortals that you would have taken. So
Okay.
you might be able to key in on some of their knowledge.
Okay.
So I would actually roll streetwise for this.
Okay.
And so double your proficiency bonus. So you would add a +6 to that roll.
Well, streetwise is wisdom, so I have +2. My proficiency bonus is +3. So it would be 8 if I double my proficiency bonus.
No, you're streetwise, you've got a +5 already.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the +2 from my wisdom and +3 from my proficiency bonus. So if I double the proficiency bonus, it would be +6 from proficiency, +2 from wisdom. I'm I'm skilled in Streetwise.
Yes, I know.
I'm
Yeah.
proficient in it.
Yeah.
So it says +5 because it's adding the wisdom bonus and my proficiency bonus. You're saying I should double my proficiency bonus.
Let
That
me
means
let me
it's-
read that again because I want to make sure I'm
Okay.
reading that correctly. It says you can apply double your proficiency bonus for a skill you are proficient in.
Mhm. Yeah.
So I don't know if
That'd
it's
be
already
+6.
taking it into account. Yes, yeah,
It'd be
it would be
+6.
+6. Yeah. So
And then I have my wisdom of +2, so it's +8 total for Streetwise,
okay.
right?
See,
If we're doubling it.
I read that as you're actually adding.
An extra +3.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Right.
+3. Yeah. So,
All right.
it may just be because it's baked in here, and that's why it's confusing me. But okay, yeah.
Mhm.
So +3. I mean, that gives you a lot.
Yeah, just I don't know how to add an extra 3, so I'm just gonna do.
I think if you pull that up, pull Streetwise, and then extra terms, hit +3.
Okay, I was wondering if that was if I had a code or if I just had to type it in. Oh, yep, it works. Cool. I was gonna say that's another fucking cross. All right, 27.
All right. Okay, so you do key in to an immortal that you felt. A Viking, several hundred years ago. And there are stories of the famed Hugr Rip that was held by the Allfather himself, Odin. It was a bracer of incredible power. Oops, I'm in the wrong screen. Was gifted to Odin by the dwarves of Svartalheimer.
Say that again.
Svartalheimer?
Svartal. There it is. Yeah. I heard the other thing too.
Svartalheimer?
Yes.
John Jacob Fartelheimer Smith. And he was given this to use in battle against the invading Muspels and Jotnar.
Okay. Interesting. Did I see it in action?
You did not see it in action. No, it is only a what you would interpret as a tall tale because it deals with an ancient mythic god.
Lay down.
Now, just because I'm curious.
Yeah.
Because we're dealing with like myth and history. For that flashback ability, it says I gain advantage if the check to recall historical trivia. So how does this Viking mythology fit into that? Would I have had advantage on it, or is it just?
I probably would have. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just curious of how this. Because I think this is the first time I've used flashback.
Yes. Yeah, it is.
Okay. No, I'll just keep that to myself for now.
Okay.
I don't need to share. This is a world-ending bracer, everyone. So
No need to panic.
when you find it, give it to me, okay?
And Kosai, you would have been coming up around about this time anyway. So you probably would have heard the tail end of that at least.
Good. So, yeah, in typical Kosai fashion, though, I'm going to silently wait, for anything to happen before lending the knowledge that I've gotten from my dice. I'm just gonna kind of hear the end of that out and stand silently.
As soon as Kosai or Carl sees Kosai walk up, he'll just turn, look at him, and go, what the fuck is your master doing with a Norse artifact?
Before I answer that question in any way, shape, or form, Chris, is that something that would the I guess acquiring of this artifact be something that the Shogun has shared
It
with
is
me?
certainly
or-
a story that has been passed down through generations.
Oh, great. Okay.
And
All right. Okay.
and what you know of it is his grandfather or great grandfather was confronting invaders on the beach that were barbarians, blonde haired, blue eyed, strangers from another land.
Okay.
And in defeating these naval invaders, this particular item was found on one of their bodies.
Okay. And so this has been passed down, not something he has acquired himself.
Yeah.
And
there's
No.
an extra added bit to
There
this,
it is.
to this myth
Yes.
that the warrior that held the item was bringing the dead back to life on the beach.
I did fail to mention that.
Ah, wonderful. Okay. All right. That's the only thing I was wondering. Was there something that maybe the Shogun would have shared privately with, anybody at all that didn't get mentioned? That wouldn't be.
Resurrect people?
So, huh?
It can resurrect people?
Yeah, right.
Or make
Just
zombies.
little things,
Yeah,
like
it creates draugrs.
like the power to create or give life, just little stuff. Um, so yeah, I mean, he will mostly ignore the intent behind that question, um, and simply say that the artifact has come to the Shogun's family, and remains in his possession for the good of Japan and possibly the world. Uh, it is best that it not fall into the wrong hands, and through generations, it has not. I have consulted my oracles, and it is possible that we may be able to come together to stop this artifact from falling into the Shadow Petals or other nefarious groups' hands. But we must be united, which means that regardless of how any of you may feel about me, and he looks specifically at Naue and Nakama when he says that you must trust me.
Whatever gets me closer to these shadow petals.
That's Nakama's take too, but Chris, would Nakama be familiar with Kosei?
Familiar with him, yes. Not had
'cause-
a lot of direct interaction with him, but yeah.
But I know of them in the court.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'm sure Kosei is aware of the the Black Samurai.
Yeah. It's hard to miss, right?
Right. So yeah, he simply waits for the group to understand that answers may not be coming quickly, but that if you trust my foretellings, my portents, and that if you wish to see them yourself, I will share them with you.
Well, where do we go from here then?
Are you aware of exactly what this artifact can do? Has it ever been used here?
I have not seen it.
Kosei?
I am aware and not aware. I have heard tellings to my knowledge, it has not been used. I am both aware and unaware.
Am I ever going to get a straight answer out of you?
Perhaps. When the sun rises in the west.
No, Carl just turns around. Where are we going?
Well, shall we go to where the break-in happened, or do we even know? Do I know where the pedals might be, like their base of operations?
No, but if you recall from our first encounter, the leader of the Assassin's Guild dropped a name for you. An individual that you might be able to find actually tomorrow night at the Lantern Festival. A young thief by the name of Yoshi. He's an individual that has his ear to the ground on everything that happens in the shadows.
Right, he was the new was it Vittorio? Something.
Yeah,
You did this to
kinda,
me last
yeah.
time. It was Vittorio, right?
It was, yeah.
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 So, just to clarify one thing too, this theater that we're in is it a theater that is like on the Shogun's estate, or is it separate from?
Separate
This is
from-
a separate area
Yep.
from. Okay,
Mhm.
all right. So I don't know. All right, this is one of those little things where like my lack of knowledge of what would be appropriate at this time period in this particular place comes in. So correct me if this is like out of pocket, I guess. But would it be within my realm of power, I suppose, to and basically invite everyone to stay on the property, as it were, and regroup tomorrow to figure out the plan for this festival or for other further movings?
Well, I would say probably Nakama probably has enough room on his small estate,
Oh, right. Nakama's got the
which
estate,
is
right.
kind of connected to the full estate. You probably do not have a big enough area for to accommodate everybody here. It would be pretty
Right.
cramped.
Okay.
We'll just crash with Nakama.
Oh, you all will. I'm going back to my tea. I'll come find you at Nakama's in the morning.
So Yoshi's tomorrow or tonight? Well, it is the night, right? So it's gonna
Yeah,
be
we're at
Thursday.
nighttime
Yeah,
now.
it would be
Well, let's
tomorrow
see the
night
show.
for the Lantern Festival.
Well, if that's our only lead, maybe we spend tonight getting to know each other.
What is the place still under attack, or are they just attacked long enough to steal that artifact and then
Yeah, the gist of it was they came to steal that and disappeared into the night.
smash and grab?
Do I know where he kept it? Can I check out the scene?
I don't know that you ever actually saw it. You probably heard about it.
I was gonna say I feel like it might be worth it while just checking out, seeing if we could pick up any kind of clues.
Yeah, sure.
I'm gonna ask.
Plus, we can see what else he's got.
So you told me, Yoshi, ask him if I can get access to where it was stolen to see if I can find any clues.
Okay. So do you want to head back to the palace then?
Yeah, I mean, I figure we were on the front stoop of this palace having these conversations. Because we haven't decided where we're going yet. So I kind of assume we
In
were
front
just
of the
still
theater.
We were on the front seat of the
front
theater,
of the
right?
theater, yeah.
Theater, yeah. So yeah, we could go back to the palace and look at, I mean, check that place out to see if there are clues, like you said, and then also, at that point, we could, I mean, it'd be cramped, but we could chill at my place to talk, like we were saying, to get to know yous. I could offer you guys some tea, and then once y'all part, and I'd be like, all right, get the hell out of my room because it's too small, But that would give us a chance to take a look at the scene of the crime for sure.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, so you got Kami has horses, and that's how you guys probably would have gotten here anyway. So you mount the horses, head back to the palace, and it's a hotbed of activity by the time you guys get back there. And guards, other samurai are kind of flitting about, and it's just kind of mass chaos. They've really kind of, without having somebody there to direct them, they're scrambling. So that, number one, Kami, is what you see. And I mean, if you want to, you can just kind of bypass all that without any knowledge, without any recognition of it at all, and just go past that and just head into the palace if you like.
Yeah, no, just part of me forgot my first name.
Oh, okay.
I was like, who is this guy? Is he in my notes?
Who's this guy?
Yeah. All right. Well, when I get there, where is the place where was located?
Kosai would know because you have seen it.
Yeah.
You've been to that room. So
Okay. Who's the I guess would be I mean, I would be familiar with people in the palace. So like the head guard or anybody.
yes,
I want to go to them to get the rundown of what they know and what they're doing now. Like, are they securing the property? Have they gone out to search? Have they, like, what's been done so we don't be redundant?
All right. So the head guard is called Shinge. And you kind of spot him in the mess that's kind of going on, and he's trying to point in different directions, and trying to gather everybody and push them in different directions to see if they can find anything. And he sees you coming with the group, and he says, "Have you heard the news?"
If it's about the bracer, yes. Have you heard the news that the Shogun was attacked at the theater?
No.
Yes. Two-pronged attack. How many were here?
Is our lord all right?
He's fine when I left him. We slaughtered everybody. We didn't keep anybody to talkie about, but whatever. So we don't know why. I assume they tried to steal this and kill him.
It was ninja.
Did they by chance? Have you found any petals?
We sent
ground.
we sent a messenger to
He showed us. Any more? Like, did they hit any other places in the palace, or is it just at that location that they dropped the petals?
a few others of my men have found cherry blossoms on the roofs.
Mm.
And Kosai quietly says, "And you were able to stop none of them?"
He kind of hangs his head low a little bit. He said, "No. Swords were crossed. 3 of my men fell.
Do we know how many?
2 or 20.
It's good. It's good stuff.
They moved like the wind.
Mm. Patrick Swayze song. Okay. I mean, right at this point, I just want to check out the crime scene. So if you can point me in the right direction, I'd like to see what it looks like.
I assume
Maybe
you
you can-
are under orders from our Lord and Master.
I've been tasked to retrieve this item.
Aye. And he begins to lead you into the palace. Kosai, this is kind of a familiar area for you. He brings you to a narrow torchlit staircase that spirals down from a hidden door behind the chapel's altar. The air grows colder with every step, and the weight of damp stone and centuries of whispered secrets. The walls of the stairwell are kind of rough and ancient. And at the base of the staircase, a heavy iron door stands ajar. Its hinges torn and twisted, forced open by someone. Beyond it, a long hall stretches forward, lined with carved stone pillars. At the end of the hall stands just a single solitary room. There's some shattered glass littered on the ground, and in the center, a pedestal of black marble stands empty, surrounded by a faint, burned-in ring of scorched tile where the Huguerot once rested. I would have you all make a investigation check. This will be a group roll.
Okay.
Good, because I suck.
That's actually pretty decent.
Yep. I
Oh,
suck.
that was me. Oh no. Oh no.
Well, maybe not.
Way to go, team.
Well, it looks
Cool.
like they broke in here and stole it.
Everything that I told you just now, that's all you get.
God damn it.
It's pretty clean.
Clean job, huh?
Clean B&E. I mean, you know, the shattered glass is one thing, but Kosai, you know that has been sealed for 60 years probably or more.
The
So-
shattered glass, was it glass that was surrounding the artifact?
Yeah, it was
Okay,
a dome.
okay, all right,
it was
all
a
right,
dome
okay,
essentially
okay.
that was surrounding it.
Got it.
Yep, I would say that they probably broke this and then took it out.
The iron door, you said it was forced open. What's damaged on the door? The hinges? Was like, say, acid poured on them before it was ripped, or is this just brute strength?
With the what did you roll?
I rolled a 2.
No, you can't tell.
No. Can't tell.
All
I
right,
couldn't
well,
even roll the 2 instead of a 1, so I couldn't even change it.
Well, okay. I
Is
guess
there
we'll
anything
wait.
notable about the scorch marks? I'm remembering that when they came to Haruka's home, they brought
Oh,
fire
yeah.
with them.
They brought what?
Fire with them.
Mm.
They brought fire down upon Haruka's home. Is
Mm.
there anything noticeable about the scorch marks?
Well, the scorch marks almost appear to be in the rough shape of the Hugarip itself. So I would say, since you are looking specifically at that, if you would maybe roll, I think, perception. It doesn't make sense. If the case was broken and this thing was taken, there would be no need to set fire to it or put fire on it or anything like that. So it doesn't make sense.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it was a part of like a trap. Like
Yeah,
it was like security thing where they came in and did something and then the fire came down.
it set off like a defensive mechanism.
Yeah. Is there anything else like clothing or any sign that somebody got hit with this fire?
Nope.
Is there anything
Okay.
else of like value in the room? Like anything else that's like in a case that wasn't touched, or
Not at all. This was a single pedestal. This was the only thing in that room. It looks like it was built specifically to house this item.
hmm. So again, I guess my the question is, how many people would have even known that he had it? Like, was this common? This wasn't common knowledge, right?
Not common knowledge, pretty much only among the nobility.
But
Yeah.
enough of the nobility would have probably known that it could have been like any house or clan or.
I mean, the nobility goes out fairly far, yes.
Okay, so it's,
And rumors travel.
Mhm.
well, kind of looking like at. What do you think, Bathsheba?
Okay, so I'm gonna metagame here real quick. You still have some genius points left there, don't you, Kosai?
Yeah, and I was just thinking, I was literally just looking at my stuff. I was like, I wonder if I can use sight on sight or something, or read the or do another omen reading or something
You,
to
you have clairvoyance.
yeah.
Yeah.
Which wait a minute.
Yeah,
Okay.
that actually just
Seeing and hearing is all
seeing
yeah.
and hearing. So
And
yeah,
the sight
that
beyond
doesn't-
the sight beyond sight is only for a person. That's why I was like, I don't think there's anything I can do here other than attempt to read an omen again, and I don't think that's
yeah,
gonna.
no, that won't work either. Yeah, never
Yeah.
mind. Yeah.
I think our best bet is gonna be to have to retreat and hope we can locate this this little thief fella that I don't know anything about yet.
Well, unfortunately, it looks like this is a dead end for you.
Yeah.
The Lantern Festival kicks off at dusk tomorrow night, so you have the rest of the night, but it's pretty late at this point.
wait.
Probably 10:30 or so. Yes.
There was. Well, there's. So the thing that's broken, like I guess the glass around the case. I have the. I forgot that you can use the share experience on an object to basically view the most intense emotional experience that person concerning near that object had. It's kind of a long shot, but maybe
Yeah.
I can do something off.
It needs to be an object that was or is important to someone.
Mhm.
Not just any object.
Hmm.
Okay. Well, never mind then.
A nice try, though.
Yeah. All right. Well, never mind. Sorry. Go ahead. What were you going to say?
You basically have the rest of the night and then the better part of the day tomorrow to prep or do anything else that you want to do. So I would say, essentially, what do you want to do tonight? And then for the rest of the day tomorrow leading up to the festival, if that's your plan. Is there anything that you want to do in between times?
I would. I
Okay.
would like to buy myself or acquire, maybe I should be able to just get it, a bow and arrow,
Hmm.
and possibly a hand crossbow. That's something I might be able to hide in my robe or something,
Okay.
because I don't have anything ranged.
You're kind of an in-your-face kind of guy.
I am, especially now that I've been training in brutality. All right.
So there's not
And-
anything in particular that I think I would want to do.
And armor, maybe?
I think you've got armor already.
That's what I was wondering, because my defense is high. It's dexterity plus the armor, but I don't see armor anywhere in my inventory. So
Oh, that's weird.
yeah, because I assume it is, because I do get +2 on melee attacks because of my special weapon or my personal weapon. But I don't know if it's including it already. But if you say I have armor on, then that's probably where it's coming from. I just can't click on it to find out what it is.
Let's get that added.
You can do it later. I'm just, if I didn't have it, I was going to get some armor and bow and arrow, maybe a small crossbow. So I guess I can look up that stuff.
Don't forget about encumbrance.
That's a good question.
All right, well, while I'm doing this, you guys talk amongst yourselves and figure out what you're doing.
I'm
So-
intrigued by Kosai's mention of tea.
Yeah, I was gonna say Kosai
Yeah.
would still invite everyone back. Anyone who would like to see messages beyond the stars may partake of my tea or delicious. I don't know if they would have invented the word coffee yet, but that's basically what it is. You just pour some of this white powder into the tea, and it becomes a different drink altogether.
That's good. Beyond the stars, you say.
Yes, well that is if you'd like to partake in the other ingredient that goes in the tea. And that he won't reveal what it is, but it's psilocybin mushrooms, which were I did a bunch of research on Japan around this time period because I did not know a lot about it. Wanted to be somewhat knowledgeable for the game, and I found out that both caffeine or psilocybin mushrooms were native to that area around that time period, and caffeine was introduced to that area around that time period, like for farmers to start growing and stuff to help boost the economy and everything. So Kosai has discovered both these things and uses them to enhance his ability to see the future. But he also pretty willy-nilly lets other people sip and partake of it, but what happens to them is not his responsibility.
Okay. Reckless, but all right, I'm down.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, that's the whole thing. It's like because he's still the only one who can tune into it and like tell the Shogun anything that's, but like if anybody else wants to partake, then by all means, drink away.
I would try
But he
some.
He would invite them back, and he would also, at that point, he would tell them to a little bit about his vision, and the fact that he sensed that there were four forces working against the Shogun, and that we definitely know of two of them, but that there may be more.
Oh,
Fun fact: during that day and age, it was called Kofifi.
Hey! Oh my God, what was it called? Did you just say Koveffe?
Yeah, Kofifi. Okay, so sorry, the medium armor says +3, but it didn't change my defense at all.
No, it doesn't change your defense.
It doesn't.
No.
Okay. So what does my defense consist of?
Well, your defense is basically your ability to avoid attacks. Now, the armor is when you get down to like close to basically 0 health points, you roll an armor saving throw, and that gives you the bonus on the armor saving throw. So you get a +3 on the armor saving throw to keep from going to 0. It keeps you basically at 1 health point for however many rounds that you succeed in your armor saving throw.
Interesting. Is that Everyday Heroes or one of these expansions?
That's Everyday Heroes. It does
Everyday
that.
Heroes?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so defense is made up of, I assumed it was dexterity and something, but
I'd have to look that up because this
I can look it
computes
up.
everything for me, but
yeah, that's what I.
it's Dex bonus.
But that's the thing. I'm above my dex bonus, so there's something else that's, unless
Yeah.
it's 12 is the baseline. That could be it as well. Anyway, so we're going on a mushroom trip.
I mean, if you so choose to have a little sippy sip, and it would be I mean, he doesn't full on blast off. I mean, these are micro doses, so you're gonna feel good. And it's so, and then totally up to anyone who wants it. I can just offer you
shit.
regular tea if you like, but yeah,
Longbow is nice.
no, longbow is nice.
It's a D10, man.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Oh shit, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, have a quick question too, and Clint, don't kill me for this. I didn't bring it up in the middle of combat, so don't kill me for this. But the awesome reflexes that we have, the way that reads to me, it says weapons that are thrown at you. Would that include the ability to catch like arrows that have been shot and shit?
Let me look at that.
Because it says when someone throws a weapon at you, you can spend a reaction to try to catch it and throw it back. And I wasn't sure that.
It says I have trained myself to reflexively catch objects that come speeding at me.
I see that part too. So I wasn't sure because both of those to me feel conflicting, but that's probably me just reading too much into it. But if we can do that, that's awesome because I have that one too. So.
Mm-hmm.
How do we deal with bulk? I remember there was something like it's your strength number or something, but I can't be positive.
Yeah, let me see if I can find that.
Yeah,
Because I might have to get rid of some of these things.
Because I could only carry so much last time.
Mm-hmm.
It was something related to like your strength modifier.
It's
Oh, that would
138.
suck. As brutal as I am, I'm not very strong.
I think I'm the strongest.
Yeah, I think I might be close to the stealthiest. I'm either tied or the stealthiest.
Okay, bulk limit is 5 plus your strength modifier.
Oh, so no armor, no longbow, no hand crossbow. I basically, and it's 2, it's 3.
5 plus your strength modifier. Yeah, I'm good to go.
I can. Shit.
You can shit.
Yep. I can take the hand crossbow, but not the longbow. Oh wait, actually, I can't take the armor either. It's too much.
Bulk of 3, yeah.
And my katana's 2. Wakazashi is 1. That's 3, and I only have a max of 5. So, yeah, I got to get rid of everything except for the hand crossbow. But thanks, I appreciate the
Okay.
gifts.
I'll take that longbow.
Yeah, sure. It's a D10,
How-
man. Awesome.
How do you know what your encumbrance is again? Remind me.
5 plus your
Five
modifier.
plus your strength modifier.
So 4. Cool.
What? Oh,
I got a -1, so
mine's 8.
strength
Aren't you
modifier.
cool? Mm.
Because
Yeah.
mine's a
Can I get
-1.
that? Can I get that longbow for real?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Well
I'll get
then.
it for you.
Ooh.
Is there any lighter armor by chance? Or is that the lightest you found?
No, it's not the lightest. Let me get back into that. I'm gonna drop this. Oh, I already deleted the damn bow. Shit. All right, pull that back up.
It doesn't matter. I don't have it. I would either get armor or I would get the hand crossbow. So unless it's 2, I wouldn't be able to carry it.
I was gonna say. I was gonna say if you had it around though, and like you were like, oh,
Yeah.
I have this.
Well,
I
yeah, I'm can only do one thing at a time. All right, so longbow now is in Haruka's,
Cool.
and then the armor, historical armor. Yeah, now I gotta go to. All right, well, let's see. What's the historical?
Yeah, I can use
That's a bulk
historical
4.
basic.
No,
or
I can't do
advanced.
that. Okay, that's too heavy.
What?
Let me go back to the Highlander game module. Where is it? Highlander. Equipment. And light historical armor is a bulk of 2.
All right.
So
I guess I'll just be up close. So I'll drop a crossbow and the armor, is that in the compendium by chance or?
no, it's in the Highlander book.
Okay.
So, but you can wear the light historical armor
Okay.
at a bulk of 2.
Yeah, I can fit 2. I just have to drop the crossbow.
Okay.
And you said it's in the.
I already got it in there for you.
Oh, sweet. Thanks.
Okay. I think that should do it. All right. So it's about closing time. So we'll call it there. When we get back into this in 2 weeks, is there stuff that you guys do want to do during the day before you get to the Lantern Festival in the evening?
Would I be able to acquire uniforms or clothing for everyone?
Yes, that's not a problem.
I'd want us to blend in
Yeah.
as a part of my Shogun's people.
Okay.
Genius points reset after a long rest, right?
They do, yeah. So if you guys
Okay.
want to take your long rest now, just to reset all of that, that's fine. And then I say, if you guys are okay with it, we'll just pick up with you guys heading to the Lantern Festival.
Yep.
There's one thing that Naue would want to do. She would want to trace the path of how these interlopers got into the entire complex to see if she could find any clues.
You can make an investigation check real quick. Okay. So you recall that the head of the guard had mentioned that some of his men had found some
Petals.
petals on the roof, right?
Right.
You go up top, start looking around. You find a few more, kind of wedged in between the ceramic tiles on all the roofs. Now, there's a moat, essentially, that runs around the whole complex. And these petals they didn't fall here. Or maybe some of them did, but some were specifically placed and tucked into the tiles, basically to kind of throw off the scent of how did they get up here. So it's very difficult to discern a direct path of where they actually came up. They certainly had to have swum across, but that would be your best guess. But from where, even if you go down and go into the forest and start looking around, they're good. And they covered their tracks well.
Okay. I figured
Cool.
as much, but I had to look.
I'll have a question for you about the feat skill training, because I am very interested in the tea ceremony, and my main experience formally has been just growing it. But I have my own practice from the farm of serving it, and it's a skill that I think I would have excelled in. Had I been born higher, I might have been a tea ceremony master. And so in receiving this experience at the Shogun's site, this is training for me.
So bear that in mind. Maybe make a note somewhere that that's something that you want to add, to your character. Unfortunately, it won't be until after the end of this leg of the campaign, because basically you level up and then you choose, what you get at the end of the this portion of the campaign. So your next character will have that knowledge. I mean, and at the end of this, Morihiko certainly would have it for the rest of his life, but unfortunately we'll call an end to this campaign and then move on to the next one. But that next character will have that knowledge.
I think it's sort of baked in, maybe.
Oh, it
'cause
is? Okay.
Well, it's in italics in the text that I sent you. I described my relationship with the tea ceremony, but I'm also a great cook and a poison specialist.
Okay, yeah. Okay, no, I mean,
Sweet.
you've got that then. So
I'm just not sure. I'll talk to you later, but I'm not sure
Okay.
what the feat skill training is. It discusses acquiring new skills through constant
I see.
study and
Okay.
practice. So look into that later.
You love to acquire new skills and abilities through constant study and practice. Each time you take this feat, you gain a proficiency in 2 skills. So that's essentially what that is when you level up, if you want to do skill training, then you just add, dots to your skills is all that is. So, I mean, you can learn that from him, just from watching him here and maybe, talking about it a little bit out in character and
If you can
and
get
so
anything
forth.
out
So,
of him.
yeah.
Alrighty.
Yeah, so you have the abilities really to do that. He's just showing you technique. You're not learning a skill from him, but he's kind of enhancing your technique.
Just showing you how to stir white powder into some shroomy tea.
All right.
All right, well, we'll call it for tonight at exactly 10 o'clock.
Fun Tarantino battle, y'all. That was good.
Yeah.
One-shotting people left and right.
I know. I'm going to have to beef up some of my people. But these were the weakest ones. I started you with the weaker ones. So they'll get tougher as we go along.
They were the weakest links. Goodbye.
All right. Well, good night, everybody. Thanks for playing. Thanks for watching. If you're still watching out there, we appreciate you sticking it out while we do a little maintenance here. So everybody have a good night, and I'll see you in 2 weeks.
Bye,
everybody.
All right. We'll see you.